Textual Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
AB Supply, this is Richard.
Hi, Richard. I'm calling regarding a question I have on a Adams Rite 4510 dead latch. I just completed watching a YouTube video. I think it was even you who was the author of that video, and it was rather helpful. And I thought, well, maybe I better call these guys. They seem to be very versed with this system. And I'm not a locksmith. I'm not a professional. I'm just a unit owner in a condominium in the Midwest, and we have a 4510. At least I believe it's 4510. I'll confirm whether it's a 10 or a 30 shortly, but I think the mode of operation is the same. And I'm debating whether it's something I want to try to address or throw the white flag up and call a locksmith. And so I'm looking for a little bit of guidance at a high level. Would you be able to maybe help me?
What's the question?
Sure. So, in the last couple of weeks, we've had extremely cold weather, and I believe that what has happened is that the cylinder may have turned a little bit, and the symptom is that the dead latch no longer freely retracts. So at the time that the door, it's a heavy commercial door, comes back into the electric, what is it called? I don't have the terminology, but strike, the electric strike. By the time it comes back in, it just needs a little extra pull to engage, and it's something that we hadn't seen before. I had used degreasers and that sort of thing, and that helps a little bit, but it's still binding. Looking at the cylinder from the outside, it does seem about 20% askew, where it was previously at 6 o'clock. Now it's skewed to about 5 o'clock. I don't know if that's necessarily part of the problem. Seems like it may be. So contemplating taking everything apart. I just spoke with Adams Rite, and they were not very helpful. At least this person wasn't, in that they just weren't able to give me much direction. They just kept saying, look, we don't have anything to do with the cylinder, which I understand, but I guess I'm just looking for some sort of high-level direction on this. Our cylinder, and pardon me, I'm all over the place on this, but our cylinder does have a shroud. And when I said that to them, they said, oh, well, geez, you need a special tool to be able to release your cylinder. And I'm hearing otherwise. So I'll just stop there. And it's 10 years old. It was installed in 2013 as new construction. So does it make sense for me to go out and get a 4510, measure the back set, and get the right one, and try to replace this, or does it make sense to take it apart to see what's going on? What would you do?
Well, first of all, the people at Adams Rite are exceptional. I've spoken to their tech support countless times over the last 3+ decades. Okay. You have a lock you have an assembly that's not installed correctly. So the first thing you need to do is to install it correctly. If the cylinder is not exactly in the right position, you can expect things to not work correctly. So the issue of the door being pulled closed, the latch hitting the keeper of the electric strike and not depressing as it once did, could just simply require replacing the latch body altogether, or it might just need adjustment. Could be the electric strike, it could be the door fit, and yeah, when it gets 11 below, things stop working.
Right.
Literally, the building I'm staying in, roughly at Hubbard and Halstead, they've disabled the front door because it had a 4510 on it with an Adams Rite 7000 series electric strike and forcing everyone to go through the service door. So it makes sense. But a 10-year-old lock, yeah, things do need to get replaced, and someone needs to make that call.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Okay. Did you say Hubbard, and so you're in Chicago?
Roughly, yeah.
Oh, how about that? Okay, we're at Diversity in Halstead. Okay, and I don't know that since it was asymptomatic before, maybe it was out of alignment. I don't know if the misalignment in the cylinder is something that happened when perhaps there was a thaw-free cycle type of thing, and somebody tried to put excess pressure on it. I understand that there's a set screw on that cylinder, but the cylinder is threaded in, correct? So,
well, the cylinder threads in and out to install it and remove it. But if you had a situation where the cylinder was rotated and you said 5 o'clock and someone turned the plug such that the key could be retracted, the cam on the back of the cylinder could now be in a position where it's preventing the latch from moving correctly.
Okay.
The good thing is that, any analogy that I can think of, if the average person passes high school math, the average person can take that lock apart and say, oh, okay, I see how this works. So what I'm trying to say is it's approachable for anyone to investigate. And if it really gets past your skill set, yeah, there's countless experts in Chicago that will come to your location and rectify the problem.
Got it. Terrific. That's what I wanted to hear. I'm an engineer in my prior life, so I think I can handle this. But I started to get a little dissuaded when I spoke with the technician who said, well, listen, it's complicated to take the push paddle off because there's multiple springs and roll pins and things like that. It felt as if I was being sort of, should I not worry? I mean, I understand I have to remove the push paddle in order to release the lock set or the lock body in the cylinder, as I understand it. Is that right?
The entire Adams Rite line is so well designed that anyone can take it apart and understand how it works. There is no voodoo and black magic happening there. A locksmith is going to dissuade the average person from getting too curious because people do it all the time. Oh, I removed this screw. Now 15 parts have all jumped and moved, and they can't put it back together. Yeah, you should not have taken it apart. A locksmith is going to dissuade you from anyone from doing that because it'll only make it worse. In most instances it does, but most people don't have a background in a prior life of engineering.
Understood. Yeah. In this case, it was the Adams Rite technician who was dissuading me, but it could have just been that individual. I haven't talked to anyone else yet. Okay. Based on your video, I think you pointed to a parts diagram. I'm on the Adams Rite website, and I'm seeing 4 PDFs. None of them appear to be parts diagram. Would you recommend a certain link, a URL to go to get a sense of the parts blow up a diagram?
I don't know if they're on the Adams Rite site, but I know where they are on my site.
Okay.
Or at least
on your site as well.
I know where I have the parts diagram that I'm in possession of. I don't know if they have something beyond. So if you're at a computer or something and can go to my website, AB Supply.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Okay.
I'm already there.
So, okay, in the search box, top center, just type in the word or the name Adams, and then let me know when that next page loads.
Yep, loaded.
Okay, click on any of those items and let me know when the next page loads.
Okay. Any of those items?
Any of them, doesn't matter.
Okay. Yep. There.
Map of the United States in the center, 1/3 down from the bottom of your screen. To the very left of that, you'll see the Adams Rite logo. Click that logo.
Okay, I'm there.
That next page loads. Now, if you do a Control F on your keyboard for the word parts or parts, you'll find several parts manuals. I don't know if you're going to have access to all of them, though. You won't that one.
Well,
Okay.
You know, when I do a control, oh, sorry.
You want the third link, the 2015 parts manual price list, better for viewing, it's called. That one you'll be able to open.
Got it. Okay.
Now that one, it doesn't mean that Adams Rite publishes the parts diagram of what you need. And in this case, I don't see where they have a 4510
Right.
at all.
Yeah,
4510 is actually it's an economy grade latch. If you're going to replace it, don't replace it with a 4510.
Oh.
You want like their 4900. It's a more robust, or 4700.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you got to look at you've got to look at the installation template for it before you do anything. But yeah, I don't see where they've got a 4510, but
could it be possibly in the 2010 parts manual?
I don't think so. I don't believe that one's ever been published for a 4500.
No, I'm seeing
that
the
is older.
4500.
4510. Yeah, go to the 2010.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Yeah, page the 17th page of the document has.
I'm there.
Has parts. Yeah, that's not exactly what you're looking at most likely, but it'll be very, very similar to what you have. That's showing us some parts there that you may not have.
Got it. So I understand page 17 is the parts list, and then would page 16 be roughly, not exact?
Yeah.
Realize.
Okay. Yeah, the 16th page of the document, or page 14 of the PDF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's you get that cam on the back of the mortise cylinder hanging in the way. You can start to understand. Yep, that might be in the way. First thing you want to do is get the cylinder put back how it is. And part 5 on that drawing are the set screws. So you're first going to loosen the appropriate set screw, a turn or two, rotate the key to the proper vertical orientation, or rotate the cylinder, re-secure the set screw, and then test your operation.
Ah, okay. Okay, got it. Understood. In room, by the way, thank you kindly for this. This is immensely helpful, setting me in the right direction. If I have to remove, or if I want to remove the cylinder, is that as complex as the individual who I spoke with at Adams Rite indicated, in that there is a shroud, and so I need a special tool to get in there, or is that maybe overstated?
The shroud is just a cylinder guard, and when you unthread the mortise cylinder, it's going to come out with or without that cylinder guard.
That's what I thought. So, and unthreading that isn't. I mean, I could probably insert a key for a couple centimeters or so, and use that as a
handle,
as a tool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm not sure what she was talking about. That's what I thought. That makes sense to me. Okay. All right. Okay. And we can purchase these. So if we decide, look, this thing is just worn out and need to replace with a 4510 or a 4900 series, I think you said. These are things we can purchase from your outfit. Yeah,
or the Adams Rite distributor.
Okay. And you're in Chicago, but these are drop shipped from Florida. Is that right?
Maybe. I've got points of distribution in lots of places. Florida's where HQ is. I've got inventory in the Midwest, New England, West Coast.
Okay.
All over.
So it'll be regionally determined. Okay. Great. And Richard, no, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, though, if the trouble started only after the cylinder is no longer in the right location, the first thing is to mitigate the known problem. But
logical.
But that bolt assembly, that part 9, if that's fatigued, it's not going to close right. If it doesn't have the right curve, that thing is curved in that way for a reason, obviously, but starting to take things apart. I mean, you're looking at the drawing. There's not that many pieces. I mean, you kind of don't lose any of the springs, because if you lose it, then you'll have to buy new springs or a new lock body. But don't lose anything, and it only goes back one way. You can't get it wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, looking at this as a sporting shooter, I've taken apart much more complex.
Right. I know I have.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Thank you kindly. Yeah.
You bet. You know where to find us if you need us. Let us know how it turns out.
Okay, good. By the way, one sort of ancillary question to this. One of the faceplate screws is missing. It's been missing for years. I know it's not a big deal. It's just a faceplate. Do you happen to know, and I'm looking at the diagram here, and I don't see a spec. Do you happen to know what the thread pattern and the thread size for that
what you want to do is get an 832 tap and make sure that goes in there, or you can remove the faceplate, remove one of your set screws, and try that in the hole where the screw goes, or the screw for the faceplate. You just have to. I don't recall. If I was going to guess, I would say 832, but it could be 1032. And in fact, if I was going to guess, which I am, I would guess 1032. So, but it's an imperial thread, something you'll be able to get your hands on.
Okay, got it. So
I'm second guessing that. It's 8 or 1032. I'm
looking at the diagram. Sorry, I agree with you. I think if it's per scale, then it's probably 832. It appears to be smaller. Yeah.
I agree.
Terrific. Okay, well, good. I mean, this is also helpful. It's imperial, so we've got that eliminated, and it probably is 832. That makes sense. Thank you kindly. This is immensely helpful. Thank you.
You betcha. Let me know how it turns out. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I may do that. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye now.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.